Hello there, listeners. Welcome to the Bullpen Podcast. Now, before we get started, I'd just like to quickly talk about Buzzsprout. So, over the years, myself and Jamie have worked incredibly hard and refined the Bullpen Podcast into the stylish cultural phenomenon that it is today. But none of this would have been possible without Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout as a platform allows us to upload our finished work and host it on major services such as Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes and more. Simply put, without Buzzsprout, we would not have reached as many ears as we have. Once you sign up to Buzzsprout, you immediately get access to several hours worth of upload allowance a month, as well as an easy to navigate website and analytical data of every aspect of your podcast and all its listeners. If you sign up using our link in the podcast description, you'll find information on how to sign up and grab a $25 Amazon voucher courtesy of Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest way to get your podcast off the ground. Join over 100,000 podcasters getting their voices heard and sign up using our link today. Hello, everybody.
And welcome to another edition of The Bullpen, your favourite waste of time.
Oh, God, I love it. I love these little introductions that you just think up on the fly.
Actually, I've been thinking about that one for about 3 weeks now. I've got a whole list of ones that I'm going to try out.
I was going to say,
it's going to
use
be like
every inch of your creative writing degree, don't you? Every time.
Yeah, it's going to be like the start of The Simpsons. It's going to be a different one every week. Because actually, it's on the fly and I can never remember what I've done anyway. So, yes. So, you are here to find out more about Ryan Eggold.
Are we still doing that?
Well, he is like the most puppy dog actor of all time ever.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about him actually the other day.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah, so Bullpen Podcast, we'll talk about
Stuff.
gigs that we've both been to.
Yep.
Talk about some TV we've seen, some music we've listened to.
Tell them what the Messenger gigs group is called for our little
Well,
group.
This is, again, you and your
Wit.
fantastic brain.
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs.
Yep. With 1G.
Yeah, so we've come up with the bright idea that...
You should pay more than a tenner for a gig.
No, I don't think that was it. No, we should just go to more gigs.
Yes.
At least maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Somewhere local, just find a band that's...
Decent.
Even if we've never heard of them.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
You come away with a new favourite band and you have to go and watch every gig that they play.
Well, I was going to say you could be involved in some sort of four-car collision on the way out, but...
Okay.
Yeah, yours is probably...
Yeah, you can be involved in the chase.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been to a gig. We'll talk about that. I've been to a gig. I will talk about that.
Yeah.
You've been to see a bit of association football.
Yes. And I'll talk
you're
about
going to talk about that. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, and I've been to see some netball as well.
You're probably going to talk about that, aren't you?
I was going to give it a go. Yeah. And then I wasn't there because obviously our budget doesn't extend to going to New Zealand, but there's a Cricket World Cup going on, so we ought to talk about that.
Yeah. I've not seen any films, though, in the last week. I don't know if you have.
I've just been Ryan Eggold in, to be honest, in between.
Oh, God,
There's just been too much sport, though, isn't there? So it's just like, when is there time for anything other than Ryan Eggold?
Do you want to take it away then with football?
With the soccer.
Mm.
Okay. It was a Sky Bet League 2 game. Near the top of the table, vying for automatic promotion. Which crazily, at the end of the day, at the end of the weekend, Exeter, who were the away team, actually finished outside the top 7. But yeah, Mansfield versus Exeter, 2 informed sides. Yeah,
Very much so. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Mansfield unbeaten in 13 for that game.
Yeah.
And as one of my friends came up from Exeter, big Exeter fan, loves all the players, can't get enough of the team, even goes to Mansfield of all places.
Yeah. That's when you know.
Yeah, that's dedication. Although there were a couple of other show-off fans coming from like Italy and Norway and stuff, which is just like, yeah. You come like 0.8 miles away, and people are like coming from like overseas. It's not fair. It just makes me look lazy. So yeah, that was an experience being in the away end of your local team, because when the chants start getting personal about your hometown, it's just like, yeah, I kind of agree with the sentiment, but excuse me, I've got to live here. So yeah, that was a weird one.
What is the chanting question?
The chanting question is...
I can beep it out, you can say it.
Is, do you even have a beach? And the other one was, you dirty northern...
Yep.
Yep.
No place for that in sport.
No people whatsoever. And it's in the East Midlands.
Exactly. It's not even true.
It's not. Sheffield is the south of the north, and everything above Sheffield is like north.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's official.
That's a ramage.
It's bullpen official. But yeah, East Midlands trains go from Sheffield to downwards, and sideways. So
I love it.
Yeah.
The hub, isn't it? The hub of the UK.
And great music.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd get that in there. So yeah, 2-1.
Was it a good game?
It had its moments. I mean, when you're used to League One Scottish football, everything after that is just going to be a car crash of just like low expectations.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but yeah, 2 sides that kind of wanted to play football, to get it down on the deck and pass it around a bit. Cloughie knows what he's doing around there. Matt Taylor's an up-and-coming manager.
Yep.
I think I've said enough about him in the last episode.
Yeah, and it's not that Matt Taylor either.
No,
it's the other one.
And it's not that one, it's the other one.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the one that played for like Matlock Town and Bath. So yeah. And I think Charlton Athletic. I don't know. One of the Matt Taylors anyway. As we discussed the other week, the good looking one. Trust me. I was in his presence on Friday, so you know.
I thought you were going to say in his pants.
No, not quite.
He didn't wear any pants.
That's why. Can we stop this?
That's what he said.
Yeah, it is actually. I've got Australian. See, I can't go to Exeter now because I'm not allowed within 100 miles of the place. And then when Exeter have got an away game, I've got to move 100 miles away from wherever they're playing. So let's hope they're in League One because there's fewer local teams. So yeah.
Good experience?
I think so. Mansfield controlled quite a lot of the game at time. Yeah, and then I was thinking...
Till the end?
Well, probably about 20 minutes to go. And I was just thinking, Exeter don't even look like scoring today, do they? And then Bishop in the goal, Mansfield goal, like pulled off a couple of really good saves. And it was just like, yeah. And then old Matt J stopped one away in the dying seconds to give it a 2-1. But 2 evenly matched teams, probably, with the games that they've got in hand, they should be there or thereabouts. Yeah, Exeter won last night 3-1, so they're up into third. That's how
Good.
close. That's how close
It's
it is.
very
Yeah.
close.
But then Exeter and Mansfield are the teams that have got the games at hand, so you
Yep.
think they would push up a bit more. So
And Mansfield play this Friday again away
Yep.
at Tranmere.
Yep, Prenton Park.
Well done. I like it.
Yeah. Are you just going to pretend you knew that's what the name of their ground
No, I
was?
didn't. I didn't know that.
So I could be wrong, and you could be congratulating me for being wrong.
No, I'm not going to do that. No,
Because
I'll give you that one.
you know I'm right.
Always.
Always. Always seldomly ever right.
There's always a chance that you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I forgot all the. Well, I say all the letters that in the dictionary that start with A, but every time I tried to think of what started with A, it just wasn't there. So it's like, and I was in front of my boss, and it was just like, I've forgotten the word, and it was just like, oh, no, it doesn't start with an O. But yeah, it's weird how things like that happen.
Your brain stores so much
Yes.
useless knowledge
Yep. Exactly.
when you actually need something useful in the heat of the moment.
It's like once. It was a few years ago now, but there was a quiz in the Times. And one of them was a picture of this Indian cricketer. Can't remember who it was now. It was somebody that I hadn't even thought about for like 15 years. And it's just like, oh yeah, that's him. And then the next question is, what colour is the sea? And it's like, oh, don't know, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times crosswords, honestly, they are tough.
Yeah. This was just a quiz, not even a crossword.
Oh,
So,
well,
yeah.
no chance.
No
chance.
chance. Still don't know to this day. See it? Orange.
Yeah.
It's a bronzy colour, isn't it? I think.
It's not quite red, is it? It's just a little bit.
Bronzy.
Yeah.
Well, according to QI, the ancient Greeks didn't have a word for blue, so the sky was bronze. So that's my little joke.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can remember useless things like that, but...
Well, if we're trading useless stats,
Okay.
try this one on for size.
Yeah.
Humans have, I think it's something like 70% of their DNA with a banana.
Okay. That's bananas.
So you do with that what you will, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, and I nearly did. I wrote it down, didn't I? And I nearly didn't use it. And a second half sub after fracturing their skull this season.
Yes.
Yes, Jameson and the Giant Patch. Yeah.
Named for reasons we can't speak on here.
Yeah, because his surname's Perch, and it's similar to James and the Giant.
Oh, I'm going to have to beep all this out.
Yeah. And he knows Tom Stone as well. So. Although it says he does. It says he doesn't. But we know he does.
When you were around his house last night, he didn't have a clue.
No. Yeah. Who I was either, to be honest.
Should we talk about the gig that we went to?
Yep.
In the fair city of Nottingham?
Nottingham. And you went to a gig in Birmingham as well. You've been to all the hams, apart from...
I been to a few hams.
Yeah, apart from East Ham.
I've not been to Old... I've been to East Ham.
Yeah? You haven't been
I've not been to Old Ham, though.
Okay, but you've been to Newham.
Yeah.
I don't even think Newham is spelled that way, is it? Newham.
I think it is.
It is, yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Don't know where it is, though.
It's in Newham. It's in London, isn't it? Newham?
Is it down south?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we went to the lovely Bodega.
Yes.
Nice little venue in
Yeah.
Nottingham Centre to see 3 bands
Yes.
for the great, great price of 10 of your finest sterling.
Yes. 2 of which was the whatever it is. It must start with A because I've forgotten it. Yeah.
I think it's just on the door, isn't it? If you advance or something for £8, but
yeah.
Which 10's
You're
nothing, is it?
You're not going to quibble for 3 quality bands.
And they were quality.
Yes.
One of which, I mean, shall we say we're interviewing them?
You could do.
Yeah.
They might listen to this episode and back out.
Yeah. I won't say which one then,
Okay.
but one of them we will interview
Yes.
next week.
Yeah. Done it. Haven't
Oh, God. Just jinxed it.
I?
Yeah, so doors were at 7. First band were on not
20.
long after that, to be fair. Only
About
20 minutes.
20 past, yeah.
Yeah, so
Good friends of
Sagara.
good friend of the pod was there in plenty of time to tell us that we were there just in time for the start.
Yeah.
And he came from further away as well.
Showing off, if you ask me.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I could.
yeah, should we
Yeah,
talk
Sagara with the first
Yeah.
band on.
Yeah,
Very solid, tight
Yeah.
set,
yeah.
decent rock and roll.
Know what they're
Reminded me a little bit. I don't want to say Oasis because I think that's too
doing.
lazy.
Yeah,
But
but a number of different bands of that era. Maybe.
have you ever heard of a band called The Enemy from Coventry? About 10 or so years ago, they were in their pomp.
No.
Similar to that, really. Well,
Okay.
um,
Well, you're the expert, so you should know.
that's what I would. There's probably other bands that they sound like.
Yeah.
No, but I thought they were good. I thought
Yeah.
to say there was like 8 people in when they came on
Exactly.
because they were still.
And 2 of them weren't us.
No, they did fine. It sounded
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
For such a small venue, it was a
Yeah.
quite surprisingly good sound, I thought.
Yeah.
And they were fine, I think.
Yeah. They're going on
Bigger
to
and
bigger
better
things.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Band number 2, though.
after they play Hull.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the stepping stone, isn't it? That's
It
when
is.
you know you've made it.
Yeah. Exactly. When you play
Hull
it,
one day,
yeah,
Brixton Academy the next.
Yeah, Kingston and Bun Hall as well to give it its proper name.
Yeah.
Band 2.
Band number 2, Mr. Ramage.
Yes.
What do we think to those guys?
Nottingham's very own The Chase. They're good fun.
Absolutely mental
Yes.
in the best way possible.
Yeah. Yeah. They're a band that have known each other since they were at school. So they've been able to kind of develop their sound and they play for a crowd.
They do.
They're the type of band that you don't want to go on after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said this, didn't we? They
Yeah.
such an energy about them.
Yeah. And
And-
on home turf as well.
Exactly. And the crowd loved it
Yeah.
from start to finish. They
Yeah.
to say they were supposed to be warming up the main act,
Yeah.
it was like that and then some. They
Yeah.
the crowd were
They-
ready. Like
yeah.
it was
They could quite easily sell out the rescue rooms on a Saturday evening.
sometime in August, shall we say?
August, yeah. Should we say like the 20th or something around there?
Something like that, yeah. Just
Yeah.
just a ballpark figure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, recommend them to anyone that loves live music.
So if you're
Go
in
and see The
Nottingham,
Chase.
if you're in Nottingham that day, you go and watch the women's 100, sack off the men, and then you go and watch the Chase in the evening. That's my
Say sack
suggestion.
off the men.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay. just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Forego the gentleman's match.
Oh, that's tickled me, that has.
Well, it doesn't take much.
No.
Just
Um
yeah, I won't say that.
easily please.
Oh,
But yeah, they were absolutely, and
Yeah,
any band with a bassist that plays by finger picking,
okay. You like that?
and
don't you?
2, a keyboardist
Yeah,
with not only a keyboard but a synthesizer on top of it,
yeah.
you guaranteed a good time.
Plus, anybody. Oh, I was going to say anybody that can play the drums better than you, but that's not hard.
Pretty much anybody at this
yeah.
point.
And he was good. I liked him.
He was great, and
Yeah.
the front man just
Yeah,
born
Energy.
to be a front man.
Just-
Yeah,
It was like the sun. It was that much energy. Just like
It was from
blinding.
the first second he came on. It was
Yeah.
just like, I'm the man, and you're
Yeah.
going to enjoy this show. And he
Yeah.
was right. He was right.
Yeah, I mean, their recorded stuff sounds different in some respects.
I thought this, yeah.
But I think they're one of them bands that they're different bands if you listen to them recorded and live. But
Yes.
you're going to get the same energy, and you're going to get as much enjoyment out of both, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one in that, because I was like, these sound different.
I was trying to
Yeah.
play songs for other people to show them what we'd seen, and it was like,
Yeah.
they don't sound anything like this though.
No.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
I think probably need to see some of the live YouTube videos, probably, if there are any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone got a very good one on the Tuesday. I think we played on the car, didn't we, on the way home?
Yeah.
Sounded amazing.
Yeah.
How did they recorded it?
But that wasn't live stream Larry, though,
Should we talk about live stream, Larry?
if you want.
I think every person that's ever been to a gig has either been behind or been near a live stream Larry.
Yeah.
He is usually about 6 foot plus,
Yeah.
usually drunk, and usually wants to record the entire gig on his phone
And sing along at the same time.
and sing along. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's recording it in portrait, which is a
Yeah.
cardinal sin.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
there's no need for it. And he's not going to watch any of that back, is he?
No.
The bits he's recorded. It's
Yeah.
just, come on, mate. And like you said, the band's charge people to go and see them, quite rightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry's showing people for now, is he? It's
Yeah.
just,
It makes it getting a great experience without even leaving their house. Which you should support local live music, especially these days.
yes, more so than ever. Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it is the new Transients. I mean, at least their bassist is cool.
Well, speaking of cool bassists, let's
Yeah.
talk about the third band of the night.
Okay.
Birmingham's very own,
Yes. The
Proud
wonderful.
Sons.
Yes. And amazing. Yeah.
I actually forgot what they're called.
They're called the Claws, you donut.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
The Claws.
Yes. Not the clause, but the clause as in the contract.
That's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, those boys were great.
Yeah.
And you could tell.
That they were not.
I mean, the
sparked by
crowd-
the chase.
The crowd were
They knew
as
what they were
fired
there
up as they
for.
were.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you said
Yeah.
there were people that came
From Birmingham.
from Birmingham
Yeah.
to see a band in Nottingham
Yeah.
at the Bodega. It's just
Yeah.
that's the sign of a band that
Yeah.
is only going one way, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Those guys are cool as well.
They really are.
Yeah. I think they have done like sets at like Glasgow and stuff, like small bits.
Yeah.
And then they've done the BBC introducing and stuff. So that's
Yeah,
usually
that's how I
usually
got into them.
that's usually a sign of good things to come, I think.
Usually a good place to start with any band, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there's a video on YouTube of their full set at I think it's the O2 Birmingham, isn't it? Must be.
Possibly. Yeah.
Hometown gig. Like the
Yeah.
full 40 minutes or whatever it is.
Okay,
And they sound very, very decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah. And I think, as we said, if that was a bigger venue on a weekend, that would have been rocking. I mean, it was rocking as it was on a Tuesday, on a school night or thing.
It was crazy how
Yeah.
packed that place was.
Yeah. No, it was a good experience. It was a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
And, yeah, big things to come for all three of them.
I think so.
Yeah.
In my humble
opinion.
professional opinion.
Yeah. Are we going to put professional in there? Or are you going to bleep that out?
I think I back myself enough to leave it in there, yeah.
Okay, good for you.
What you're going to get with me, with my opinions, is that I will throw enough of them at the wall that something will stick.
Okay, like spaghetti. Oh, that reminds me. You know, I don't like the phrase spag bol.
I'm
Really
aware.
don't. Yeah. Me and Mr. Acaster agree on that. So my mum cooked up a load for my dad, so he could just take it out of the freezer and warm it up. And she's like, "Oh, can you just write spag bol on the top?" And I was like, "I'm not doing that." She's like, "Oh, I'd put SB or something because I can't spell spaghetti bolognese, can I?" So instead, I found famous people whose initials were SB and wrote them on the lids. So there's some Shirley Bassey in the freezer. Stuart Broad and a whole host of others. So I really hope that the police don't raid our house and look in the freezer.
And they find these meaty remains in your fridge.
Yeah, it's like, what's Stuart Broad doing in the freezer? We're going to need to.
There's no Steve Bruce in there, is there?
Oh, I forgot that, but I don't think my mum would know who that is, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I'll forgive it, but I don't really want to.
No, I can't. Sergio Ballesteros.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Although he's been dead at least 10 years, I think, isn't he?
Simon Bird, is he the actor from Friday Night Dinner / Inbetweeners? The glasses guy.
I know him, but no, he's not there. I just forgot names. I only had about 8 to do, so it's like I'll think of it next time.
Can't think of any more.
No,
it's a good game. This is though. I like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. What, the game of guess who's in my mum's freezer? Oh, what are you like?
Can I talk about my gig?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about something else.
If you have to.
So, on Monday, a couple of days ago, I was in the fair city of Birmingham.
Yes. The wonderful
fully
city
bitten
of
by the
Birmingham.
gig bug at this point.
Yeah.
After Tuesday's experience, I was well up for it.
Yeah.
Missed it completely. Like, after 2 years, you just you forget how good it is to be there in the moment.
After about 4 months, I think it was.
See, you're just the man about town, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You get around.
I know. To be fair, it's only at the Bodega, so I've been to 3 gigs in my life at the Bodega, and they're probably my last 3 as well.
And that's no disservice to the Bodega because it is a cracking venue.
Yeah. It's just weird how the band apples fall.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. So I went a little bit upmarket. I was in the Big Smoke, Birmingham, last couple of days.
The bigger smoke rather than the big smoke, because that's London, isn't it, mate?
I've got an in-joke at work, though, that I refer to Nottingham as the Big Smoke. Just to make myself sound more... Well, that's, cultured.
Yeah, you know what yoghurt is, to be fair.
Not just any yoghurt. I know what Icelandic yoghurt is. And where it comes from.
Yeah, Norway.
Yes, way.
Or Coventry, probably.
Yeah. Western Samoa. So I went to see a band called Funeral for a Friend.
Okay.
Postponed probably about 3 times at this point. To the obvious reason the last time, but then...
Yeah, because they thought they were going to be playing in London.
Yeah, the Big Smoke.
Yeah.
But it finally came.
Yeah. And then the gig happened.
As did I. Oh, Jesus. No, so we got there on the Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of days before this, you know when you get in just before a cold and you start getting that sore throat?
Okay.
And you just know that this is going to lead to full-blown man flu.
You want Tesco cold and flu.
Had it.
And it does the trick. Or boots.
Okay.
Either or.
Yeah, okay.
And it just stops it dead for me. So.
Well, I tried that. I tried the Lem Slip. I tried the Jakemans.
I'm made of tougher stuff than you, obviously.
You're just, constitution of a bloody iron giant.
Yeah. Saw that.
Whereas
Iron Brew.
Yeah, exactly. So come Sunday when it was time to go there, I knew that I was just going to suffer.
Okay.
And the same thing happened for the Carla Rae Jepsen gig. I was fine, and then I got there and I felt so ill.
Is it
just ruined the whole thing.
Is it something Sean's putting in your water, maybe?
I think it could be, And I'm not one for conspiracies, but
yeah, because we all know
twice now.
Because we all know that conspiracies are conspiracies,
and they're all true.
None of them are true. The only conspiracy is that they're a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so on the Sunday, and our hotel was smack bang in the middle of the Chinatown area.
Nice.
Which, for people of Birmingham that may or may not know, is massive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking shops, markets, all sorts of restaurants, not just Chinese, but Japanese, Malaysian, Vietnamese. It's all there.
Korean.
Yes. And it's awesome.
Okay.
So we went out on a Sunday, found a great little cafe, had a fantastic meal.
Is it called McDonald's?
Kentucky Fried Chicken, my friend.
Yeah.
Proper taste of the East.
Yeah. Taste.
But halfway into this meal, I just felt wave after wave of the nausea.
I thought you was going to say Euphoria.
It was just
that
absolute
good.
Joy.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah.
I just had to stop and go back to the hotel because I just felt so sick and so annoyed because it was so good.
Yeah.
But I couldn't box it up and take back because there's no microwave and my day is ruined.
Yes, ruined.
Ruined. So come Monday, all the symptoms have just got out of hand and I'm just in the worst state of health I've ever been.
Even Maggie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm in this packed audience in the O2 Arena. Or O2 Academy, I should say.
Sniffling and coughing and sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not having a great time.
No.
Missed the first band partially because I had to nip back to the hotel and huff some more Lemsip just to carry on through. But finally got there. The first band I was with the Fairies, my friend.
Nice.
I'll tell you that.
So
the first band's halfway into their set, a band called Static Dress.
Okay.
Not the most technical,
no,
but lots of energy.
Okay, sounds horrific to be honest. But it was
different strokes to all that. It was loud. It was energetic. Not the most intricate though, but it was fine.
Okay,
whatever.
Probably not what you need hopped up on the episode.
Next to the speaker where we stood as well. So second band comes on, a band I have heard of called Holding Absence, an amazing band from Cardiff, fantastic band, on the up and up.
Yeah, best band from the Principality.
One of two
from
that evening. Yeah.
Okay. Steps.
Not all of them.
Two of them.
Only the one that matters. Or two of them.
Yeah.
Which is the other one?
Lisa Scott Thingy.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew Leroy H. Steps was.
Yeah. See, I know my steps. No, I don't. I know two of them. Then there's Billy Bob Thingamabob
Thornton.
and the other two, Claire somebody and
Faye Tozer.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know why I know that.
I think Dwayne is probably better.
Dwayne.
Faye Dwayne.
Faye. Oh God.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, sorry.
Anyway, Holding Absence come on, amazing, so tight. The last album came out last year, most recent. Give it a go. I reviewed it quite handsomely, quite positively.
Yeah.
And that they are awesome. They get the crowd going. They know what they're doing. They've been around. And the thing is, it's a big stage.
Okay.
And when you're a 4-piece band, you've got a lot of room. It's a very lonely place up there.
Yeah.
But the crowd, as much as they were there for Funeral for a Friend, I would say a good 2/3
Yeah.
were also into these guys, and it
Yeah.
helped. It might think like how the Chase were.
Yeah.
That level of like getting people psyched up.
Nice.
So they buggered off.
Yeah. Sean Spencer.
Feeling for a friend. Sean Spencer came on, did his magic act with
Magic Head.
yeah. No idea why, but
Yeah.
finally feeling for a friend come
They were
on.
getting the crowd psyched up.
You know, sometimes.
You just want Tom to be here.
Take the edge off, yeah.
Yeah.
So finally they come on, feeling for a friend. Two, I mean, it was amazing. The gig was awesome. Smashed it, played all the good stuff. Two tiny, tiny negatives, though.
Livestream Larry wasn't there, was he?
Yeah, and it just... Well, no, a more annoying version of him.
Okay.
I will refer to as Drunken Derek.
Okay.
So, we were quite close to the front. Not stupidly close, but
Okay.
enough to get a good picture of them all.
Yeah.
Guy in front of us and his missus, both clearly into the band.
I was just going to say intoxicated.
He,
By the music.
yes,
Yes. Good save.
drink responsibly, kids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
adults.
Listen to music responsibly.
Yeah. So he proceeded to get absolutely hammered in a
Okay.
stupidly short space of time. He was fine when we were there.
Yeah.
Like, he turned around and said, "Oh,
Yeah.
are you excited for the
I
gig?"
mean-
Blah, blah, blah.
We haven't got any friends like that.
We really don't. So it was a new experience for me. I've never seen a person this drunk before.
Really?
This guy got absolutely hammered.
Okay.
Like,
Shots in the eyeballs.
and just flailing around, bumping into people. He finished his drink, tried to throw it into the crowd,
Yeah.
got his aim all wrong and hit the girl right in front of him in the back of the head.
Ouchie.
And she was
Livid.
far too polite for
Okay.
what I would have done at
Yeah.
that point. Because he'd already bumped into her a couple of times.
Because you would have turned around and gone, "Excuse me, do you mind?" Is what you'd have done.
I would have sent an angry worded letter.
Yeah.
You know me. I get things done. So eventually, I mean, he's annoyed everyone in like a 10-foot radius at this point. Everyone's giving him a wide berth. He's falling over. He's spilling drinks everywhere. His girlfriend, bless her, this very small, sweet thing, escorts him off.
Yeah.
And she is livid because she's there for the band as well.
Yeah.
And this is like 10 minutes into them coming on.
Yeah.
And all she's had to do was babysit this idiot.
Yeah.
So
Poor Sean.
I'm referring to myself in this story. But it was just sad. I mean, yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Handle your whiskey next time, you idiot.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know.
But as soon as he went, it was fine.
Yeah.
For the last 20 or 30 minutes, it was
Yeah. Did you have another grape?
a grope.
Grape. Gripe.
Yeah, I would say,
They didn't play any step songs.
which I think's mind-boggling
Yeah.
in this day and age for a band not to play at least
Yeah. Tragedy.
White a Shade of Pale. Or
Is that one of their songs? See, you're being outed as like a massive Steps fan here.
there's no outed here. I won't be shamed for my my love of that.
Everybody knows. Yeah. I do like a bit of West Club 7, to be honest.
Everybody does. There's no shame in it.
No.
They are great, and there's 7 of them, or they were. There's probably like
wow.
2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
there ain't a party like a Steps party.
No, 2 words.
Yeah.
Rachel Stevens.
Okay. Fair enough.
There you go. Yeah, my other gripe, other than not playing Steps in any capacity, because they'd call it quits a couple of years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and we weren't ever really a band. And I know I'm a glass half full kind of guy,
Okay.
and I've seen in the past that bands always get back together in the end, no matter how
Much money they've made.
or how the breakup, how negative the breakup has
Okay.
gone. You know how they fall out, bands. Now.
Oasis?
The exception to the rule, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But, well, the Smiths, probably another one, ultimately.
And
many more exceptions.
Yeah.
But apart from that, no, they probably not played together for God knows how many years.
And it felt like
I know this gig was like 4 or 5 dates into it.
Yeah, and it still felt like they hadn't played together for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it felt a tiny, tiny bit rusty.
Okay.
Just like they weren't
Trying.
peak of their powers, sort of thing. I mean, I've got one more gripe. I don't think it's even a gripe.
No.
It might just be personal. I think it's the me thing. This is.
It's just a comment that you've got.
Yeah,
and shouldn't be taken personally by anybody.
No, or listen to
Seriously.
in any way.
Yeah. Just be
the lead singer.
Yeah.
The lead singer.
Yeah, Andy Peters.
No, Pat Sharp.
Okay, sorry.
Very, very preachy.
Okay.
Almost overly so. And I don't.
In a pro-Russian sense of the word?
No. He did an anti. He did a F Putin speech.
Okay.
Which is fine. It went down a treat. Of course it did.
Yeah.
But then they did one about COVID's happened and entertainment's took a big hit and we need to all come together and see
and
bands
support
and stuff.
live music, yeah.
Exactly. And that went down a treat.
Yeah, we'd never do that for just likes.
I don't agree with that message.
No.
But then he did it like another 2 times.
Okay.
And it's just like, we get it.
Yeah. Come on, Pat. We already know.
I'm on your side. I agree.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir, mate.
Yeah. Quite literally. Did they have a choir?
Literally.
Did they
Stop
have a choir?
preaching.
Did they have a choir? And he just turned to the choir and said, live music is great. Support it.
Turn to page 43.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come, all ye faithful.
Yes.
By Steps.
Yes. Or, Kumbaya by Cliff Richard.
Yeah. But yeah, that's. I don't even think that's a gripe. It just felt a little bit overkill.
Okay. Isn't that by Men at Work? That's by Men at Work.
Is it really?
You don't know. I bet you're the one of them people that only know one Men at Work song, aren't you? No.
Probably not, no.
Heard
of them.
Yeah. They're the guys from the Land Down Under. With their Vegemite
did they sing that, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you are the one that only knows one of their songs.
I'm not even that one. I didn't even know it was them.
Yeah.
But
Colin Hay.
Anyway, yeah, good gig. Great live performance by all 3 bands. Well, 2.5 bands. I didn't see the full set for the first one.
No.
Great packed gig.
Or the last one.
Oh, the last one. Too busy getting drenched by Whiskey Warren in front of me.
Yeah.
But apart from that, no, it's fine.
Cool.
Can't wait to do it again.
Nice.
With whatever Ryan Giggs throws at me.
Yes. And I'm sure Steve will have his 2 benefit. Although he completely missed one of my jokes in that.
Oh, sorry. Which one was it?
Oh, I can't remember. There's not much in the chat. We'll get it up. Oh,
what about the joke though?
And that as well. It was the one about Red Rum Club being like the best band from the
The best 4-piece, I think you said, didn't you?
Yeah, 4-piece as well. I know there's 6 of them.
Thing is, I scrolled up and saw that you put, even though there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
And me and Steve just
yeah, it's just like deadpan. Care. It was like, what about the Beatles cast? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you've missed the joke then, haven't you?
And joke. He didn't even say Jerry and the Pacemakers.
I know. I think, to be fair, that's an obvious given.
You think so?
One of the greatest love bands of all time. Even though their most famous song is a cover.
Of Steps.
Yeah. Because Steps did very across the Mersey. Which I totally forgot about. I was very forgetful this week.
This is when Claire was in her weird phase of just copying
Yeah,
songs from random bands that
yeah,
aren't even like applicable to her.
exactly.
She
Yeah.
she covered Men Down Under.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh,
And then she did some
this is the
songs.
smuttiest podcast we've ever done by
Yeah,
a
well,
long way.
yeah. Apart from the homoerotic stuff about Matt Taylor in the last one, um,
That was fine. That was age
That-
appropriate, I think.
that was it. Okay. Yeah. 50, this has got an age rating of 50 plus.
Because only people that age will understand anything we've said.
Yeah, they ferry, and you can get one of them across the Mersey.
Yeah, Jerry and the what? Pacemaker?
Yeah,
The hell's that?
Jerry's got a pacemaker. Fair enough. Well done.
Yeah. Singing at his age. Crack
Yeah.
on, lad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be on any ferries, though.
Yeah.
I'll say that. If it gets
tell you
wet.
what, I tell you what. Even if he doesn't get a ferry, he will never walk alone.
Oh. Here all week, aren't you?
Which is from the musical Carousel. Which is what I'm saying.
Is it really?
Yeah, which is why I'm saying that one of their most famous songs is.
Is that what you're saying?
cover. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
And I'm not going to do that because we do not want to alienate the people of Liverpool, even if it is the red half.
I think we've already done that with everything you've said about
Zuzu,
the Beatles.
yeah, and Red Run Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Should we
fine.
do some, should we do some netball?
Yeah, go on then. You go into
Yeah.
your sporting news, Mr. Ramage.
Yes. So I went to my second ever netball match. It should have been sooner, but something happened. I don't know what.
It's a sport played with a ball and a net, is that right?
Yeah, invented by the same person that invented the other ball with a net sport.
Table
Which I-
tennis.
Yes. Honestly, I think netball and basketball were invented by the same person.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be. There's no
might-
two people have had that same thought.
Yeah. Might even have invented the Dutch sport of korfball, which is like got wicker net.
Okay.
Okay.
In fact, I should backtrack. It's played with two nets, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and
So-
and each team has to have somebody on their side called a net.
Yep. And
Yeah.
it's played with three balls, not one. It's,
Uh,
I can't watch it and make heads or tails of it, but you can.
okay, yeah.
You're more qualified to talk about it.
Yeah. So the wonderful Leicestershire town of Loughborough, or Lugabaruga, or Lowbrow,
Yeah.
as I've been told that you pronounce it.
Loughborough.
No, you're just being silly. So yeah, they're host to the reigning Vitality Super League winners, Loughborough Lightning. Yeah, lightning strikes. Hashtag lightning strike.
Shocking, I didn't know that, to be fair.
Yeah. But there you go. They play in African Violet and Pink. So there you go.
Shocking pink.
No, it's Pronto Pink. Just think the Pronto. Yeah.
Big purple thing that
Yeah.
mixes up.
Yeah. And then no comment.
Oh. Sorry, I'll shut up.
I was on the cusp of actually doing quite a good one of them, but
I'm ruining your flow, I'm sorry.
that's fine. Don't worry about it. So they were playing Saracens Mavericks, and this weekend they're playing Wasps, which is weird to think that the name of two rugby teams. Yeah. So obviously Loughborough Lightning, best team ever, because that's who I support. And it's not the first time I've ever said that about a Loughborough Lightning side, and it probably won't be the last. So they were playing against Saracens, and they won 71-47.
Wow.
So quite a convincing performance. Yeah, thank you. They've just got two of the best kind of people that shoot. because you're only allowed two people that can score. In Mary Cholhoke, who's a South Sudanese international.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. She's very good. She never misses, although she did a couple of times
No.
on Saturday. But the third attempt, it was just straight in. No.
When you're there, not distracted with your good luck, she never misses.
Well, to be fair, she was facing away from me at the time. And Ella Clark, I think it is, who is also a basketball player as well. So does both of them.
Okay.
And they're just awesome from back to front, sideways. Led by Natalie Pangari, who's like one of the England people. So yeah, it's a very fast sport, back and forth.
Yeah.
I'd imagine murder on the ankles as well, because you have to kind of land on the base. And yeah, it's just, I think it's one of the most underrated sports. I think it should be everywhere. And whether that's the way it's taught at school or not, I don't know. From the netball lessons I've been in, I don't think it is. I was in a netball PE lesson last week, and it was the boys as well. So there's a natural handicap there, because we all know that boys are rubbish at sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Useless.
Yeah. This guy gets the ball passed to him, like 2 seconds into the game, just goes, puts it straight through the hole in the net, and that was probably the only time anybody scored the rest of the match. First shot of the game. And it was just like, and the teacher was on the side, yeah, look, I know what I'm doing, don't I? And then, yeah. So I was a bit tentative to go and see the professionals do it, because obviously they're not going to live up to the same standard as a year eight.
No, absolutely not.
But they did, and yeah, it was great. Enjoyed it. You should go.
How long's an average game last?
It's an hour, because it's 15-minute quarters, and there's a bit of time over half time to like talk tactics and stuff. So probably overall it probably takes about an hour and a half. But yeah, it's good. It's fast paced, and it's all happening in the great town of Loughborough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What more do you need, really?
Exactly. Which brings me on to my next topic, the Cricket World Cup. Women's Cricket World Cup that's going on in New Zealand at the moment. The first 3 centuries scored in that competition were all by players that, in the Kia Super League when it was that, were players for which team?
Domestic team?
Yeah, I've just mentioned them as a netball side.
Loughborough Lightning.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't listening to me then. But he pulls out of the.
Well, you mentioned a few, didn't you? You mentioned Mavericks and Wasps. I didn't know if it was one of those.
No. So yeah,
good stuff.
That's a cool stat, I think. Even the CEO thought, yeah, that's great. So the first game was New Zealand against West Indies, which West Indies won by 3 runs. Mm-hmm. Hayley Matthews, one of the former Loughborough Lightning players, scored 100, and Sophie Devine, one of the other former Loughborough Lightning players, scored 100 in return. And it was really close. Either side could have won it right at the end, and it was a good start to the World Cup. South Africa are doing well. They won their first game against Bangladesh quite convincingly. Then England nearly chased down 310 against Australia. Rachel Haynes with 100 for Australia, also a former Lightning player. Okay. And then Nat Silver had to go and ruin it, because she never played for them. She played for Surrey Stars. And then, yeah, that's my one criticism. It's not that England didn't win. It's that a former Loughborough Lightning player didn't score enough runs. And then, yeah, India beat Pakistan by 107 runs. We won't care about that one because it's that game.
It's like a foregone conclusion, would you say?
A little bit, but it's the only time they ever play at the World Cup, play cricket against each other is at World Cups, because the Indian government are like, we're not going to play against Pakistan because we don't like Pakistan.
Yeah, it's a bit tense between those two, isn't it?
Just a bit, just a tiny bit. So I don't I don't like that. I think you should just like keep politics out of sport. Which is impossible. New Zealand beat Bangladesh. Australia beat Pakistan by 7 wickets. Which Pakistan showed a bit of fighting, but Australia just too good. And then England lost to West Indies this morning by 7 runs. Which usually England would kind of win that quite easily, but West Indies are on a bit of an upsurge at the moment, and they're a team that have got players that need to be, the right players need to be in form for them to be a force, and they all seem to be performing at the right time. And England just don't seem to be picking a team good enough, which hurts me to say, because individually I love all the players.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just don't think the right makeup of the side is just there. I was going to compare it to Chris Hughton tactics.
Yeah.
In the fact that the side they're putting out is one that seems to be one that you're in the match not to lose it rather than to go out and win it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
It's a bit too
safe.
Yeah.
Which just ends up actually not being safe at all.
And then when it comes to you chasing a game, then that you're struggling, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's the
kind of. They're not taking enough wickets, which to be fair to the bowlers, you're just like, well, you've got the two really experienced ones in Brunt and Shrubsole, and it's like you just keep playing until you decide you retire. And then Sophie Dewan, and that's because I've already talked about it. Sophie Eccleston is just taking bucket loads of wickets still, and she's just like, if you're going to get a wicket, she's going to be the one that gets it. So things to improve. 2 losses. England aren't out of it just yet, but
aren't they?
But literally, they've got to win every game and kind of hope that a couple of games go there.
Does it go on points and then runs scored or something like that?
Net run rate, which I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how that works because one, I'm not entirely 100% sure how it does work, and 2, if it is how I think it is, then we haven't got enough time because we're 57 minutes in already.
And we've not even got to the main story, have we?
No, which is?
Former guest on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, the amazing Georgie Heath has written her first match report for the Daily Telegraph. And obviously today, her second, or third or fifth or whatever. But yeah, she's writing about the England games at that World Cup, and it's fantastic because she deserves it.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
And we picked that up from the interview that someone so passionate about not just one sport, but many sports, and with the knowledge to back it up.
Yeah. And
you deserve.
And 2 that we've talked about tonight on the pod.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
when you've got all that, then you deserve everything that comes your way, really.
Yeah.
Every opportunity,
We should have put this at the start where everybody was listening, to be honest.
I think people make it this far.
Do you? Okay.
Well, we'll tell them to.
Okay.
Or we'll never do another podcast again.
Yeah. You'll have to go and do an intro at the start, like they do on like some BBC podcasts.
I used to do it, you know.
Yeah.
I used to take a funny part of the pod and chuck it at the start, get people in.
Okay. Yeah.
Through the door, as they say.
Yeah, but then you watched that film with the Holland and Tom Holland. And, like, never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a work in progress, as is this podcast. Still,
Yeah.
4 years
working.
later.
Yeah.
I've not seen any films. I don't know if you have.
No, just the old egg old for like, yeah, just to make me cry really. Just how sad he looks.
Truly a good actor that just displays all his emotions
Yeah,
in every scene.
indeed.
Puts it on the
It's
line.
Yeah, and you just want to cry along with him.
You just want to give him a
Either
big
that
hug.
or my, yeah, either that or my life is just meh. Which it is a bit, but there you go. That's another discussion for another day and another therapist. But there we go.
What about any telly then, Ramage? You seen anything good on the big box? Or little box?
I've seen New Amsterdam with Brian Eccles.
Have you finished it now?
I'm on episode 20 of season 1.
Bloody hell.
I know. Life's getting in the way. I mean, why would you go to like gigs and like sporting events when you could just stay home and watch New Amsterdam? How about
Exactly. Not seen anything new. I did carry on watching Better Call Saul.
you? Okay.
I don't know why I'd drop it because it is amazing. I
Yeah.
just seem to watch a few
Yeah.
episodes and forget about it.
Yeah, it's one of them that needs to just be binged and just like,
I think it does.
yeah. It takes 2 or 3 episodes to get in, but then it's just like, I can't take this out of my veins. It's one of
It's
them.
the only TV show that makes being a lawyer interesting.
Okay. So Suits didn't do it for you.
Never watched it.
Oh, well, there you go then.
There I go. Yeah, case
Yeah.
closed, as they say.
Indeed.
No, so I got a bit into that,
Yeah.
but then I thought, well, I've still got my rewatch of Breaking Bad nearly done.
Okay. Ally McBeal?
Oh, I don't remember much about it though. That was a
Nor do I.
20 odd years ago, wasn't it?
Probably about 25.
Calista. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably close to 25, to be honest.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm old.
But, yes, I've gone back onto Breaking Bad. Try
Okay.
and finish that first.
Yeah.
Even though Better Call Saul is a prequel,
Yes.
it helps to know
Yeah.
the little references and
You're just looking for tips, aren't you?
what and how to write a script,
No, how
Or
to
how to-
cook.
how to make blue meth.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell everyone.
Oh, well.
I'm just trying to get off the ground for now. I don't want people
Okay.
knowing.
Yeah.
If you see smoke coming out of my camper van,
Yeah.
don't.
Come
Worry.
in with that. Yeah. Okay.
If the camper van's smoking, don't come knocking.
A no king.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
So I'm almost done with that. I think I've got the last 8 episodes of season 5, the last season of Breaking
Nice.
Bad. Then I'll get back into Better Call
It
Saul.
felt like there was more seasons of Breaking Bad.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Did you watch it when it was on, or did you binge it afterwards?
I was a little bit behind. I did it when I was graduating university, I think, or just after.
Okay.
So
Mm.
that's 12 years ago. No, not quite.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
2010, 2011, I caught up to season 3 and watched it week after
Yeah.
week at that point.
Mhm. I was
Maybe
about
season 4.
about 2013 when I was watching it.
Okay. But there was a... one of the seasons is only about...
4 episodes long.
Yeah, the writer's
8.
strike or whatever it was.
8 or 9, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then season 5 was an 8 episode followed by... I think it was like an 11-month gap.
Okay.
And then the back 8.
Yeah.
So I've just got to that bit in
Okay.
my rewatch, the cliffhanger at the end of
Yeah.
episode
Well-
8, whatever it was.
Where within the space of 1 episode, they look a year old. Yeah.
I think they do.
Yeah, and then and then in the timeline, it's only like a week later. And, it's like,
It was yesterday.
and then they all look like 15 years older than they were the week before. But-
Walt Jr. is now a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, with kids of his own. And they're all cooking on gas.
Someone put on Facebook, I say they, it was a
Yeah.
copied thing, like
Okay.
everything on Facebook. Never an original thought.
No.
But notice how Walt Jr., in every scene he's in,
Okay.
he starts, he'll eat breakfast, and then
Yeah.
he'll walk off.
Okay.
That's it.
Doesn't even offer to do the washing up
Doesn't.
or put his plate away.
It's lazy, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's not getting any pocket money. I mean, they can afford to give him pocket money, but he's not getting any.
Yeah,
Yeah.
needs to sort it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's that. I'm going to
Yeah.
finish Breaking Bad hopefully soon. I'll get stuck into Better Call Saul, try and get that finished, and then The World is my clam. That's all I'm going to say on that. Have you got
Shall we
anything
say
else?
goodbye to the good folks?
I think people have suffered enough.
Yeah. If you know anything interesting about Ilkeston, let us know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We'll need this for next week's
Some
special
interesting
episode
guests.
where we interview the one, the only. Oh,
That's
sorry,
the one.
sorry. Oh,
You're giving it away now.
sorry.
Thing is, there's like
It's okay.
the last two Beatles albums. They'll probably be they're released the other way around anyway. And it's like on the next episode, we've got this great band who were on the episode before.
Yeah, you've already heard the interview.
Yeah. Now hear us trying to avoid talking about it. At Ballpen
Thanks for
Pod.
listening, everybody. That's been
Yeah.
a experience.
Yes. Thank you for hanging in there.
Shout
Great.
out to Lemsip
Yeah.
for getting me through these dark times.
Okay. Shout out to Iron Brew and Tonics for just being awesome.
Tonics is awesome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Caramel
Nobody does
goodness.
wafers
Or
just like it.
marshmallow. Yeah, or marshmallowy goodness, whichever takes your fancy. Or
Oh God, yeah.
the marshmallow
Yeah.
tea cake on the
Oof.
wafer.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Follow us on
Goodbye,
Twitter.
Good morning. Yeah.
Oh,
At
follow our
Bullpen
new
Pod.
Facebook page.
Yes.
I think it's the Bullpen Podcast.
Yeah, just
Could be wrong.
search for it. Or if you know one of us, ask us.
Yeah, either in the street or
Yeah.
whatever.
Or
Just
if
come
in
up to
doubt,
us.
kick it out.
That's the one.
Yeah. So that's what we shall do, and we will see you next time on the only
Yeah.
waste of space you'll ever need.
The only way is Bullpen.
Yes. Right. Goodbye.